Salut survivors! Welcome back to SolutOdka channel in Manor Lords guide series. I played multiple games, tested numerous things, and learned a lot of stuff along the way, of course. So I was thinking, what are the 3 key things that would have impacted a lot my games if I knew them earlier? So here it is. 1. Maximum number of regular troops. So, what is important to know is that by default in the game, you can have up to 6 conventional military units. And beyond these 6 military units, the only units you can recruit are retinues from your different manors in different regions, as well as mercenaries. However, beyond having already 6 military units, you will not be allowed to hire new militias. So for example, in that game, I had first created 1 militia in Eisenhower, then I got a retinue in Eisenhower again, followed by archer militia in Eisenhower, and then I created a spear militia in Sveio, or whatever we pronounce it. And after that, in that same region, I created a retinue. Mistakenly, I made a new manor in Waldbrand. Another time, I had already consumed my 6 military slots. Hence, I was not able to recruit more militias. And I ended up the game with this army, including only 3 militia groups, 5 retinues, and 3 mercenaries. I still beat the Baron, however, that was a very, very big learning. That when you have your 6 first units, you need to really prioritize your militias, because after you have gotten your 6 first units, you will not be able to recruit new militia units. So in another game, let me show you. So in that game, I already have 3 militia units. It's much earlier in the game. It's the end of year 2. Okay, so I have 2 militias in Nusslohe and 1 in Waldbrand. I'm going to create more militia units. So here in Nusslohe, I'll do 1 more spear militia. Boom. Okay, it's automatically created. In Waldbrand, I'll make a new archery militia. Done. And then lastly in Sveio, you see, I already got 5. I'll make a new one. Say another spear militia in Sveio. And I'll try to make, say, 1 more. And I will not be able. Because now I already have 6 military slots for militias. And now, and only now, I will then build the manor in my different cities in order to create retinues and tax my people. So, key important points: if you want to maximize the number of unit slots by the end of the game, you should first create your 6 militias, and then, and only then, get your retinues and mercenaries. If you really need to have a manor, okay fine, then you should build 1 manor in your first city if necessary, and then have 5 militias together with that retinue created from the manor, and then have more manors, and then have mercenaries. Otherwise, you will be limited in the number of militias you will be able to recruit during the game. Small note, you do not need to wait to have all your unit slots filled up, all with 36 soldiers each, before creating the manor. Now that I have created these 6 militia units, even if they are not complete, they are already created. Second, very important thing to know is that there is a key major difference between your storehouse and your granary. In as such, that when you have multiple families in your large storehouse, or in your storehouse, multiple people will have carts. Wait, let's look at that. Let's just take it here. People. Okay, so you see this family here has 1 cart. And this family here also has a cart, right? So I have 2 families in the storehouse, and I have at least 2 carts. I think sometimes you even get more than 1 per family. And that's really great, because in the granary, if you put more than one family, the new families will not have a card. Only the first family does have a card. Here it's this one on this family. Hence, while in a large storehouse you can have multiple families, and if you have 4 families, you have at least 1 card per family. But if in your granary you will have 4 families, 1 family will have a card, hence we'll be able to move goods 10 by 10 instead of 1 by 1, but all the other families will just walk and have 1 by 1. Hence, the granary should have only 1 family to be optimized, and on the other hand, you can then have multiple granaries, like in this case here. So I have 1 storehouse on this side of the town with 2 families, and then I have 2 granaries with 1 family. This city is only a tier 2, right, as we discussed earlier, so it doesn't have a massive impact. It starts to feel an impact, but when your city will grow and grow and grow, do not have 1 granary with 4 families. Better have 4 granaries, 1 family each. 3. Minor trade routes without upfront down payment. So, when you look in the trade post, there is something misleading to me at first, is that you need to establish a trade route, right? And in this city, I think I have 2. Yes, I have the shoes trade route. I'm producing shoes, and I have purchased the trade route to sell my shoes. And I also have the shields, I believe. Yes, shields. Here it is. Here are the shields. So I have these 2 trade routes, right? However, I also have some minor trade routes. And that's very important, because at the start of the game, you cannot afford the major trade routes. You would need to wait to earn taxes from your people on a monthly basis when they are already at a Burgage level 2, in order to have the cash to finance that. So what you can do, and that's very important, I didn't know that when I started the game, and it's not clearly explained, is that you can sell everything that's considered as a minor trade route without establishing an actual trade route, without paying a down payment. So in here, for example, I'm selling meat because I have really a lot of meat, and I sell what I consider being an excess of meat at this stage, and I do not have a trade route. Meaning that at the beginning of the game, you can sell planks, sell meat, sell hides, sell firewood, sell whatever you want to sell. It depends on your land, depends on your economy, without establishing upfront a payment. And this is also very useful. Say, for example, here I have this claimed region, they're world brands. I have a small trade post, and in this trade post, I'm selling a few planks, right? Selling a bit of firewood as well. And that's it. I have not invested in any trade route. And I still have cash in order to buy my vegetable gardens, in order to buy chicken coop, and so on and so forth. So you can get a minimum income without having to invest into a major trade route. Let me know what you think about these 3 key things that in my case, I wish I had known earlier, so my previous games would have been a lot more efficient. And let me know what have been for you the key things that you wish you had known earlier. On that note, let's toast to the like and subscribe buttons. I appreciate very much the support. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next videos. Cheers!